Watch this little guy. Oops. Get it, buddy. He looks like a little pit bull. There goes that little guy. He's going for the big piece. Look at him go. There's this little guy again. Maybe it'll help if I turn the light on. There we go. There you go, buddy. Get it. Get out. Oh, he had it. Whoops. So cute. Look at you go, buddy. You're going to be as big as them guys here pretty quick. You keep eating at that rate. And then you got old Big Mama here. She just gulps it down. There goes little Fry again. Look at him go, he's like a little pit bull. Get up there, Big Mama. He just ate that whole chunk. Holy cow. Where's the other little guy? Did he get eaten up? There he is. check on the littlest fella over here in the little tank. He's hanging with the brine shrimp. Let's see where we got him at. Where is he, buddy? Is he floating in the top? He's hiding here somewhere. Oh yeah, where in the world? It's not a very big tank, but as little as you are, there you are. This is the littlest guy. He just, whoops, I just scared him. There he is. You can barely see him over there on the side of the tank. He's just a little bit too small to be putting in with the other guys because they'd probably make a snack out of him. Oops, that light's in the way. Anyway, you get the idea. He's probably about, a quarter of the size of these small frogs. But they're big enough, these guys don't see them as food. Well, she might. Come on, Big Mama. Come on, Big Mama. You see everything like food, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You see everything like food, don't you? So come on up here. Come on up and say hi. Come on up. Right here. Right here. Come on up here, say hi. Come on, Big Mama. What's up, buddy? She's the friendliest one that I have. She'll come right up to you when you tap on the tank. She's always curious to know what you're going to feed her. And obviously you can tell the males from the females here because the females are all big and eggy, like her. This is a boy frog. See the little knots on his side, right underneath his armpits? Those are his little male glands, and they get bigger when the frogs get older. See, that's a male there. You can kind of see the glands under his armpits. That's how you tell the males from the females, because the females won't have those. But what's strange with these guys is they can change sexes all throughout their life. And I have witnessed this just from the frogs that I own, because their patterns won't change in color, but they will morph from male to female, female to male, you know, just depending on how many males or females there are. They actually keep kind of a even keel, you know. So the ratios are even across the board. I couldn't tell you how many males or females I have right at the moment. I know that Big Mama's never switched back to a male, but some of the other smaller females have. And that's where these babies come from. And Big Mama's is one of my best producers. And old Lonesome George here, he's coming up in the corner. He's the oldest guy I've got. I've had him for, I'd say, about 6 years, 7 years. They're not supposed to live that long, but you can tell he's getting old. He can hardly see. He's arthritic. He has a hard time like making it to the top of the tank, so we keep the tank rather shallow for him. After these other guys get just a little bigger, I'm going to go ahead and take probably 3/4 of them and move them in over to this 55-gallon that's set up. I need to let it get its good bacteria and stuff in there first, because it's only been set up for about a week. Gotta let those nitrates get built up, nitrates, or nitrates, whatever they're called, because they can be susceptible to skin fungus and whatnot, especially the blonde ones. That's the white ones, they look albino, but they're not actually truly albino. They call these guys blonde, even though they're pink. And yeah, they crossbreed with the darker frogs. Old Lonesome George is the darkest male that I have, and he hasn't had any babies ever, so that's why I call him Lonesome George. No, Mama's here. She's a big mama. She produces plenty old babies. And the little white frogs haven't, they're too young. They haven't had any babies yet either. Not that I'm in a rush for babies, but just letting you kind of know the status of these guys. Anyways, and you got little Squeak over here somewheres. He's wanting to know why his little tank mates got moved over here, but figured it was time. They were getting some size on him, and I didn't want him to become a snack, because he's awfully tiny. Like, he just barely dropped his tail, or absorbed his tail, I mean, from being a little tadpole. So he's still eating brine shrimp. That's why he keeps bumping up against this jug. He's like, hey, it's feeding time. He thinks he can get to him in there. But yeah, you can see him kind of skipping across the bottom, picking up brine shrimp. If I zoom in, maybe you can see the brine kind of floating across the bottom of the tank, kind of wiggling around a little bit. Yep, that's what he's or she's hunting right now. This little baby. And she's pretty good at hunting. And these frogs, they got appetites. Boy, oh boy. They never miss a chance to eat. Even when they're full, they will actually bloat themselves. So you gotta be careful not to, like, let extra food hang out in the tank all day, because they'll just devour themselves until they wind up with bloat, and they'll start retaining water under their skin, and you have to relieve the pressure by poking holes in them, you know. I got a video on my channel about how I do that, if I ever have any of them that are suffering from it, which is few and far between. And it's only a temporary relief, because it usually leads to death if you let them get bloat once. It just keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. So just be careful about how much they eat. And these females, they're not bloated on food right now. They're just eggy, because it is the season. Alright. If you want to know any more information about African dwarf frogs, leave me a comment and I'll answer it if I'm able. The Frog Clan says we're over and out. Have a good one.